Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston. And in this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at exiting a for loop early. Now let's go ahead and get started. We'll create a new project, select console application, and we'll just name it exit for loop. And then click OK. Now we'll just wait for it to load our project, and we'll zoom in a bit here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create our for loop. First, let's type console.writeLine, and we'll just label this one as normal for loop. Now let's go ahead and create a simple for loop. So for num1 equals 1 to 30, let's go ahead and print out num1. So console.writeLine num1. So this is a fairly simple for loop. Now let's just add a space here, so there'll be an empty line. And now let's tell them that this is a for loop that is exited when num1 is equal to a certain value. So console.writeLine for loop that exits before it's finished. So now let's create another for loop. So for num1 equals 1 to 30, let's go ahead and do console.writeLine num1. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to test the value of num1 to see if it's equal to something, and if it is, then we're going to go ahead and exit the for loop. So we're going to do this by using a simple if statement. So if num1 equals 23, then what are we going to do? We're just going to use the keyword exit, which is exits a procedure or block and transfers execution immediately to the statement following the procedure call or block definition. So basically what that means is that if num1 is equal to 23, it's going to hit this exit statement, and it's going to skip all the way down to this line right here where I'm typing these comments in, because that is after the if statement and it's after the for loop. So now if we go ahead and run this, you can see it closes there. Let's go ahead and do console.readLine. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll up to the top, and you can see it says normal for loop, and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, all the way down until it gets to the value 30. And now it says for loop that exits before it's finished. It starts at the value 1, and then it goes all the way down to the value 23, and then it exits the for loop. Now we can also do this if we step the value. So for num1 equals 1 to 30, and if we step by 4, then you can see that this if statement is never going to run. So if we run this, you can see it gets all the way to 29, and it doesn't stop at 24. So what we can do is we can do if num1, this will load here, okay, so if num1 is greater than 23, then exit the for loop. So you can see that it goes 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, and then it exits the for loop because num1 is greater than 23. So go ahead and make a couple for loops that exit under a certain condition, and then once you've got that down and you'll remember it, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial. So thanks for watching.